Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the break. We have just a couple of minutes until our next speaker. But man, have we not had some amazing speakers already? I'm just feeling so blessed and just so full of gratitude with everyone that we've had that's come to share and has just been so open with us and sharing what it's like for them and getting their business started, getting it off the ground, and moving it into six figures. So, quick real talk. Most entrepreneurs secretly dread sales because they think it's about convincing. That's a lie. Sales is love in motion. It's saying, I love you. I see you. I know what you want, and I can help you get there. So, here's your activation. Close your eyes. Picture your dream client, not the difficult one, not the wrong fit, but the one who lights you up. The one that you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to serve this person. It's going to be phenomenal, right? I want you to see their face. See it now. And now I want you to whisper, I love serving you. I love guiding you. I love seeing you win. That's selling, not pressure, love. Now, in the chat, one word. How do you want your clients to feel when they buy from you? How do you want your clients to feel when they buy from you? I want mine to feel more. Mine is more than one word. I want them to feel seen, heard, and known. So definitely more than one word, but that is how I want my clients to feel when yes, supported and guided, Renee says, heard and supported. Yes. So yes, exactly. We all cared for, Dharma says. Yes, exactly. We want our clients to feel supported. So sales should feel the same way. It shouldn't be sales. It should be love. If you're having to convince, they're probably not your client anyway. Pardon me, Lori Baines supported. Yes, exactly. Lori, I think Lori's the only one that stuck to the one word. She just said supported. Thank you, Lori. See, somebody heard the rules. Even I didn't, since I was the one to lead it off with a bunch of words versus one. All right. Thank you for playing along in the chat. Our next guest is here to turn your chaos into clarity with strategy that actually feels aligned. Renee Koster is a learning designer and strategist with a gift for taking the swirling mess of ideas in your head and shaping it into something clear, purposeful, and powerful. And I'll tell you this, course design is very close to my heart. I've personally built over 100 plus courses and offerings. I know we've been working on this because I'm putting together the Aligned CEO Institute. So believe me when I say we know that I have well over 100 plus. It's still under construction, but the vision is alive. A home for entrepreneurs to create aligned learning experiences that scale their impact, right? But that's why I'm extra excited that Renee's about to share, because the way she simplifies course creation is the exact kind of wisdom that helps entrepreneurs stop spinning their wheels and start building something that lasts. Her approach mirrors the heart of my institute: clarity, alignment, and impact. Her talk today, rooted and ready, turn chaos into clarity with one aligned course. So if you've ever dreamed of creating a course but got lost in the overwhelm, Renee's wisdom is about to bring everything into focus. All right, let's bring Renee to the stage. Let's give it up for Renee. Woo! Hello, Renee. you?
Hi, Bunny. Thank you so much for having me.
I am so thankful you said yes. Thank you for being here today. So, I've got some questions for each one of our speakers that we've all been answering, and now it's your turn. So, tell me, Renee, what inspired you to start your business, and what was the very first step you took to bring it to life?
Ooh, so I was inspired because I had been a stay-at-home mom and I wanted to get back into work without having to be away from home. I wanted to still be present for my kids. And so I decided to seek ideas and ways that I could build a business from home. And I actually, it's funny that Kate was on before me because my journey was flipped. I also started in education, but then I went to I decided to start proofreading, but that didn't feel aligned. Like I didn't want to do proofreading all day, every day. So then I switched to course design because I knew I could lean on my past experience.
Yes, no, absolutely. And so is course design, does it light you up? Does it like light your fire? Is it exciting to get to see what people are bringing into the world every day?
Oh my goodness. It is so much fun getting to see what everybody is creating and help them bring their passion back into what they're creating because sometimes by the time people get to me, they've tried to do it on their own, right? And then they've gotten stuck or overwhelmed. And so sometimes they lose a little bit of their own excitement about what they're doing. And I get to learn so much about what everybody is doing. And by bringing them clarity, I get to see them start to become more alive throughout the process.
Love that. Yes. And that's what we want for our clients, right? Is to see them bloom, expand, and really just step into their light, whatever it is we're helping them with. So, and I can only imagine what it's like to get to do that through course creation, because I know how I feel about all the ones that I've created and how it was like pouring my soul out onto
Yeah.
page or onto video or audio or however you end up doing it, right? But, so it's like it takes a part of us and we put it out there, just like you were saying with Kate's book. The same thing goes with a course. Like,
Yeah.
it's part of you. It becomes like
Mhm.
another extension of who you are and what you get to share and the ripples you get to put out into the world. So looking back, tell me, what was the turning point or breakthrough that really shifted you from just starting out to gaining traction?
Um, when I finally stopped trying to be somebody else and I let myself show my true personality and embraced my quirkiness and how I viewed things. The day that I came up with the framework using the tree and talking about roots and trunks and leaves, when I finally started talking about talking about what I do in that way using that language, I started finding the people that I really wanted to work with.
Yes, it is amazing what happens when we actually use our words. Like, even if they seem strange, like for like I know I've said it repeatedly, woo woo. Like I speak woo woo, and so like I so my people typically speak woo woo, and so yes, it does help. It draws the correct people, right? And because
Mhm.
the more aligned we are with them, it's not just about us; it's about them. The more aligned we are with them, the more help we can be for them in helping bring their whatever it is they want into the world. So I can only imagine that by changing into this rooted and using the tree, right? You
Mhm.
that's called out to so many people that said, "Oh, that resonates," right? And then you have that resonation. I love
Mhm.
that. It's like trees speak to me too. So I mean, weren't we were just talking about hugging trees yesterday and
Yeah.
right? Yes. So apparently it's all about the trees. Um so tell me, what was one of the biggest challenges you faced scaling, and what did it teach you about being the CEO of your own company?
Um, for me, it was time and learning to balance everything all over again because it went from one level of commitment to like it felt like another level of commitment. So, um yeah, the biggest challenge was figuring out how to juggle that along with everything else going on with home and kids and gardens and things.
Yes. Juggling can become is when you are your own everything is which is what we all are when we first get started. We are our own everything. We're our marketer, we are our salesperson, we are our accountant, we are and so yes, and then we also have home life. We still want to have, recognition of time off, because otherwise what are we
Yeah.
doing this for?
Hmm.
Right? So yes, that is a huge um uh pardon me, that is a huge lesson and information for a lot of us to take in is knowing that you're not alone. If you're feeling like you're juggling, you probably are. And for a hot minute until you get it figured out, but you'll find a flow, stick with it, find what works for you, and when you have the opportunity, hire out what you need to. Um, and things like that. So yes, it can definitely be something that we have to take a look at and realize we're all doing it. Like, so you're not alone in this. If you're feeling alone, speak to Renee. She can help you get this course done. There's no reason to sit alone and go, I just like I can't. Right? We've been there. Renee's been there and she's happy to hold your hand and get you through to where your course is out there and making a difference in other people's lives because you're meant to make a difference. That's why you're here watching. All right. So tell me, Renee, tell me who or what kind of support made the biggest difference in helping you move from that challenge into success?
Oh, I found the right community of supporter. Like, I found a couple different communities. I reconnected with someone from early on when I started, and I reconnected with her, and she brought me into her community, and just the support and lifting each other up. And I decided to, start my own with like little co-working sessions and just muddling through things together and being like, hey, did you finish that thing? And just finding support and community, but also like the right mentors, finding the people that I knew would help me in the way that I needed help. Um, both of those together have been a tremendous benefit, or done a lot to lift me up through this journey.
Yes, I totally agree. I've been in many a different groups, masterminds, memberships, and finding the right one is like it's like the golden key. Like the minute you find it, and you settle in, and it's like your whole nervous system just relaxes, and you go, "Oh, thank goodness!" Like, okay, I can breathe in this space. And then you find that mentor that really gets you, that really just and for me, my mentor cannot say the F word enough times and that's how I am. I actually swear like a sailor. I can't believe I've kept it so clean during this entire summit. Usually, like every other word out of my mouth is some sort of swear. I just that's just how I am. And so, but when I found her and she would show up to her lives and just be who she was, it was so
Hmm.
inspiring to me
Yeah.
to go, "Oh my gosh," and, and she's a multi-millionaire, like, yeah, and she just shows up being her, like, in her pajamas, like, hair and swearing like a sailor, and she's doing it, and so, yes, I love that. It is so true to find and you're that person for people when they're looking for their course. You're the person that they get to land and say, "Oh, I feel safe, I feel supported," and that is something that is
Mhm.
so valuable that you can give to your clients because you know what it's like to be searching,
Yeah.
feel not alone, to feel understood in what it is you're trying to birth into the world. So I just love this. I'm so excited. And tell me, if do you have any idea like how many courses you might have helped at this point come out into the world? Do you have any kind of number at all?
I don't have a number.
I was just
No.
curious. I was just curious. I get excited because I mean, how long have you been doing it
Yeah,
then? How about that? How long have you been helping this, just doing this courses?
just doing just doing this a year and a half.
Beautiful. That is a good amount of time. So I'm assuming there are quite a few courses out there then that have only come out because of your love and support behind the scenes. And that is amazing, making those ripples throughout the world. From, even we can be behind the scenes and still be making such a
Yeah,
tremendous difference,
yeah.
right? I love it. All right. So tell me, If you could go back to your earlier CEO self, like the one when you were first getting started, what's the one piece you would of advice you would give yourself about alignment, growth, or success? One piece of advice.
I would say trust that you have a voice and it's worth hearing. That what you have to say and what you have to share is worth it and people want to hear it.
Great. Yes. 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 We have been talking so much about this, about trusting in the fact that but it and I love that it keeps getting repeated because I think that there needs to that there we're starting to see the themes in what the summit is bringing out. Belief in self, trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, just taking the leap, right? And I think it's so important for our audience and those just getting started and those scaling to know we've all had to do it. Just blind faith jump out there. Go, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna do this, but here we go." Right? Um, and so thank you for sharing that and really putting because it's true. We really sometimes it really comes down to just that. Just trust and jump, right? Just go. But you don't have to do it alone. And so you have people like Renee, you have people like Lori, and you have people like me, and you have people like all of our different speakers that we have going on right now. But if you're looking for that course, if you want to get that course out there, Renee is your goddess to look for. All right. So tell me, what's one aligned practice, habit, or mindset you believe every entrepreneur needs if they want to hit six, seven, or eight figures without burning out?
Mm, boundaries.
Mhm.
I just set new we're back to school now, kids are in school, so I have set a personal boundary that when I go pick my son up from school, that marks the end of my workday. And there might be times that I have to stretch that a little bit, but as a general rule, that's the end of my day. The rest of the day is to spend and be present with them. And that's how yeah, I'm moving forward. I'm making progress, but I'm also making sure that there is time downtime and I don't burn out.
No, I love that. It again, this is such an important piece because for myself, I don't do weekends. Like I that is my family time, that is my meditative time, like my sacred time to go and get active, get my body moving, get out of the house, make sure that I'm taking care of me, my thoughts, my feelings, all of the things. But again, like you said, sometimes you do have to step outside the boundaries a little bit like this weekend because we had the summit coming up. Of course, I was in the group a little bit and saying, "Hey, let's get this together," or "I need this or that." But for the most part, I try to stick with that boundary. I
Mhm.
didn't when I got started. And I
Yeah.
don't know about you, right? I didn't have those
Yeah.
boundaries when I got started. And boy,
Mhm.
did it hurt after it didn't take long before it was hurting. I was like, I can't do this. Like, my business is
Yeah.
not supposed to be draining me 24/7. Like, what's happening? Right? But
Yeah.
at first you feel like you have to, like you're not allowed to have boundaries, that it could not be
Mhm.
more untrue. So if you're new, hear me. Hear Renee. Hear every other speaker here. It is untrue to think that you need to be on call 24/7 for your clients to love you and appreciate you. You do not need to. You do not need to be on social 24/7. You don't need to be doing anything 24/7 other than making sure that your needs are taken care of first.
Yeah.
That should be the only thing you're concerned with on the 24/7 is that your needs are taken care of first, even above your own families, because you can't even give to your own family if you haven't given to yourself first. All right. So take that away. Renee has hit that one right on the money. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And they don't have to be ugly boundaries, just
Right.
boundaries that say, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna live what I preach, what I teach, and that is right. And you will tell your course creator the same thing at a certain time during the day, you need to put the course down, you need to
Yep.
step away, and you need to go have your time. Do not just sit in front
Mhm.
of that course and create it 24/7 and, trying to because you will make yourself crazy. You will you'll be tired, you'll be overwhelmed because you haven't met your needs because that's what
Mhm.
boundaries give you is time to meet your needs.
Yeah.
So, very important. Thank you for that. All right, so you've chosen Renee to share with us today. Rooted and Ready: Turn chaos into clarity with one aligned course as your presentation. So tell me, Why was this the piece you felt CEOs watching today needed to hear the most?
Um, because I think as entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs who are heart-centered and care so much about providing for our clients, we have a tendency to want to give them everything all at once. And we also come up with so many different ways that we can help them. And sometimes it's hard to choose and focus on getting one thing out. And then you also get into the perfectionism part and wanting it to be perfect for them. And that's a whole other that could be a whole other talk in itself. But yeah, realizing that this is for the people who are really struggling with picking one thing because they just want to be all things for their clients.
I think you might be talking to me. I think you might have been speaking to me. I'm like, I hear you. I'm telling the guy, I got it. I got it. I heard it. I heard it. Yes, and it is. And sometimes when you have so much you want to give, it can become its own paralysis because you can't decide which way to go, or you're jumping from this to that, and then add my Manny Jen energy, and it's like I really have to try to focus. Like because I do.
Yeah,
I have all of those things I want to share. And a lot of us as CEO entrepreneurs, we got into this because of that reason.
right.
And because we're so passionate about what we do, we really
Mhm.
have a lot we want to say and a lot we want to share.
Yeah.
So, yes, getting that focus and staying focused is absolutely imperative. So, overwhelm, meet your match. Renee's here to turn your chaos into clarity with one aligned course. All right, let me share my screen. All right, and away we go. As soon as this works, it's share now, please. There we go.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've got 17 course ideas in your notes app, half written outlines in your Google Drive, sticky notes all over your desk. And every time you sit down to actually build something, you freeze because choosing just one feels impossible and starting over feels exhausting. If that's you, you're in the right place. I know because I've been there. I've built full college level courses from scratch with ease. But when it came to creating my own offers, I was overwhelmed, too many ideas, no structure, no clarity. Because in higher ed, there was always a framework, graduation requirements, learning outcomes, deadlines. But in business, infinite possibilities with no guardrails. Then I realized I didn't need fewer ideas or more ideas. I needed a way to navigate them. And if I was feeling this way, so were others. So, what if we don't need to throw anything away? What if all we need is a simple navigation system to find the right idea for right now, while at the same time holding on to and keeping all the others safe for later? Because the truth is, it's not about lacking motivation. It's not about being ready or not being ready. It's simply that you're trying to carry everything at once. And when we do that, it doesn't just stall us, it actually keeps us from serving the very people who need us. That's why I created the Rooted and Ready framework. It's not just another rigid formula. It's a grounding system that you can lean on whenever you feel overwhelmed. And I want you to, as you listen, imagine how you can make this system work for you, because the whole purpose of having this system is to let your light shine, not dim it. And so I want it to work for you. Here's what it can look like in simple terms. The first step is to get it all out of your head so you're not holding on to it anymore. Don't filter anything. Just brainstorm in whatever format works for you. If it's in a project board, in a voice memo with paper and pen, let it be messy, let it be chaotic at this point. This is not where we're being trying to clarify and structure. This is the messy chaos, get all everything out of your head so that you can move on. The second is to look back through all of those notes, and start qualifying your ideas, because not every idea, whether it's for a course or a workshop or a membership or a group program, not all of those ideas are the right ones for right now. So there's a couple questions that you can ask yourself. The first one is, what ideas serve my audience and their needs right now? What is the one thing that they need help with right now to get them to the next step, their next point B? And which of those ideas serve my business right now? Which ideas can help me move forward in my business so that I can serve more people, I can show up for more people and be authentic and aligned with my needs and my vision? And then see where those two sets of ideas overlap. Because that overlap, this is the third step. That overlap is where you choose your course or framework or a group program or membership. And from that list, pick the one that excites you the most. Because if you're not excited, um, and you're not lit up by the idea, it's going to be a lot harder to finish putting it together. But remember, this is not about perfection, it's about progress. And it's okay to choose one. The other ideas aren't lost. They're still stored in whatever system you created for them. If it's a bullet journal or a project board, you've got those other ideas stored. So pick the one idea that lights you up the most and start building. The fourth step is to build with intention, not guessing and not with pressure. Think of it just like a tree. This is from my roots to canopy design method. Start with the strong roots, your audience and your goals. Then you move to the trunk, which is your structure and your milestones, the point A to point B, the journey to get them to the transformation. And then you can add the leaves, your content, your design, and delivery. That simple shift, roots first, content last, is what turns overwhelm into clarity. And it's that structure that actually frees you to be creative and make something that lasts. So here's my invitation to you. Stop trying to juggle all 17 ideas at once. Stop waiting for the mythical moment of perfect clarity before you start. Instead, pick one idea, the one that feels most aligned, and walk it through this process. Your other ideas, they're not gone, they're safe. They're waiting for their moment. But until you give one idea your full attention, your brilliance never gets the chance to truly land for your audience. And the moment you allow yourself to focus on that one aligned idea, something shifts. You feel lighter, more confident, and more excited to show up. Because clarity isn't about choosing once and forever. It's about choosing for right now. You don't need to get it perfect. You don't need to do it all at once. This is about progress, not pressure. Your ideas matter, and you have a way, and now you have a way to bring one of them to life. And if you're ready for more clarity and alignment, I've created something special for you. It's called the Rooted and Ready Planner, a simple, practical guide that helps you brainstorm, sort, and choose the right course idea with confidence. You can grab it right now inside Bunny's aligned blessing box. No sign up, no pressure, just a gift to support you as you move forward.
Ooh, I know I'm downloading.
So grab your copy, give yourself some space to explore it, and remember progress, not pressure. Your ideas matter, and one aligned idea is enough.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over it. I got so excited. I really did. I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hold on. I want to make sure. Let me put that back up for just 1 second. I want to make sure everybody got your QR code also. Just 1 second. How do I share again? Where did it go? I swear every time I get on here, it changes where the buttons are. I don't know if mine just likes to have fun with me. But I swear it happens. Every time I go back, I'm like, it's not there anymore. Where did it go? All right. So there's her QR code. I just wanted to drop that back on there really quickly. All right. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Oh, I just feel so blessed and so much gratitude. And I love the idea of your freebie. I did want to go over, we were talking in the chat while this was going on. And the question came up, do I need to pre-sell my course? And you gave a great answer. So I just wanted to share that really quickly before we let you go. You said you can, but you don't have to. I suggest getting feedback as you create things like polls, short surveys, which will get people thinking about and ready for when you do sell. I love that because I hear all the time that you need to, pre-sell the course, make sure that it sells first. That's not how I work. Like I've got it out on paper. I'm already constructing well before I've even mentioned to somebody that I'm going to do it. And in fact, when somebody first told me that, they're like, oh, that's never going to work for you. It's too bad you already made it and didn't ask questions first time. I was so just deflated. And I was
Oh,
like, but I poured my energy into it. Like I was so excited, like I just did it. Right. And so I love that you said, no, you can run with it. Just let people know that's what you're doing. Like, so
mhm.
they can be ready and on board when you're ready to launch. Right. And also
Yeah.
get some feedback as you're building if you
Mhm.
so want to. Beautiful. Renee, that was clarity served on a silver platter.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing us how alignment cuts through the chaos. And don't forget, grab her freebie inside of Bunny's Aligned Blessing Box. It's going to be there for a full year for you to grab, along with all of her other contact information, all of her links. I'm like, what's the word? Word. All of her links are there so that you can get in contact with her. If you're ready to put out your course, Renee's your next call. Thank you so much for coming and being with us today, Renee. I am so grateful.
Thank you.
We appreciate having you. Do you have any last thoughts for us before we let you go?
Um, just don't let perfectionism hold you back because somebody needs your course and they don't need it to be perfect. They just need you to put it out there.
So words couldn't be truer. I created my very first course. I've shared this before, but I'll share it again because I want people to learn from me. I created my very first course and it sat on my computer for over 5 years.
Mhm.
Technology had changed so much by the time
Yes.
I created it like on Word in like a Word document, and then Canva exploded, and like so everybody were coming out with all of these beautiful and here's mine all in like a doc. But I launched it anyway, right? It took me 5 years.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did. Don't let it sit and burn because the minute I launched it, people were like, where has this been this whole time? It does not need to be perfect. She's absolutely right. It does not need
Mhm.
to be perfect. And I kept thinking mine wasn't good enough. It wasn't as pretty as everybody else's. It wasn't this
Right.
as everybody else's. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Somebody out there is waiting for what
Yeah.
you are sitting on right now.
Absolutely. It's the transformation, not the technology or the pretty slides.
Exactly. Exactly. I love it. Thank you so much, Renee. Have a beautiful rest of your afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Hopefully,
you.
you'll get to stick around for our last speaker of the day. If not, thank you for being here. And we're going to go ahead and jump into another break because I know that everybody probably is ready to get up and do a little bit of stretching. So we will be back here with our next speaker. We'll be back about 2:07 once again. I know a little bit strange, but that's because I have a little bit of something to do right before we head back into our next speaker, which will be Lori Baines when we return. Thank you, everyone. See you after the break.